almighty morning. Welcome in and welcome in again, Rose. It's so great to see you. It always is. You're very, um, is it flowery today? Or are those roses?
They're little roses. Yeah. Yeah. So it's
And
kind of a little blouse,
love
but
love the green in the back, the plants in the back. They're thriving. It's
my new
beautiful.
place here, feeling very
Yeah.
balanced with all this green stuff around me.
And how is your outside garden going? Are you waiting another month to plant it, or what's happening there?
Yes, for sure. I've just been so busy, but yeah, I brought all my cacti and taking care of my babies. Yes. I make sure to put a bunch of cacti and plants outside my windows. So when I open my windows, I can see my cacti. So yeah.
And I know there was last minute, but because you was something marvelous going on this weekend, I thought it would be best to pull you in and interview you. But you've been doing a few presentations recently, classes and mainly presentations, right?
Yes. Yes.
Do you have any classes coming up that you're going to be giving?
Nothing just yet, just because things have been a little hectic with my calendar and making products and kind of been in the kitchen and, I'm just loving it, just making different products, ideas, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I do anticipate a few classes coming up. I just need to get on the calendar and yeah, and put it on the calendar. Basically, yeah, I'm gonna be giving that presentation this Saturday over at
Yep.
the Lepo Practice Festival.
And I don't know if you saw it, but I have something for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, you always make it look so nice, nicer than what.
Well,
Goodness,
I
that's so
got to
pretty.
give kudos to Chat GPT. I tell them what I want, I give them all the information, and then they come up with it. So, yeah.
Oh, I like
And
that.
it talks about Sonoran market vendors because um, you are a part of that new Facebook page. And I also promoted Don and Susan's. They're going to have an event at 9720 West Peoria on Sunday from 1 to 3. That is just another chat or one more chat, I think. One more chat. A mediumship event that they're going to have at your Cosmic Connection. So I figured if I'm doing yours, I might as well do theirs too, and let people know that the approved vendors for Sonoran Spiritual and Wellness Market are very active,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that they're doing things, and we want to promote that. So yeah, so if you need this, I'll send it to you by email
To
or
me,
text if you'd like it, because I'd like to see you post this on your website or wherever you'd like to.
I sure
And
will.
we need to get together and make sure I have all your Facebook pages too. So
Okay.
that's taken care of. Okay, so we got started right away with the Prickly Pear Festival. Now it's their 15th anniversary or annual 15th annual Prickly Pear Festival, and it is the Main Street, Superior, Arizona. But thank goodness, I think you would be inside. You're going to be inside.
I asked to be inside, and so I'm not sure exactly where it's at, but yeah, my products will melt in the sun, so I need to
Yes.
stay indoors. It's been so hot, so yeah. Usually take a cooler with me, but I think it's better if I'm inside.
Yeah. And I did talk to Pete yesterday. He answered on the first ring, and I was very surprised. I know.
My goodness.
And I need to get back to him because we haven't found somebody else. Um, they're looking for someone else who makes things, um, natural things, and with cacti is very important because it's the prickly pear festival. And one of the things that you told me that's happening there is the cactus cocktails.
Yes, I heard about that. Yeah, I've never gone to one of the festivals, so I'm really excited. I've heard about them in the past, but I've just never been a part of it or had a chance to go visit. But yeah, it's super exciting.
Yeah,
Super.
and hopefully I'll be bringing my granddaughter with me. She needs to get out and about and meet new people. And since it is a festival, we're going to find new vendors, and so I'm looking forward to meeting new vendors. I did want to make note that Katie Newkirk is in the chat, so it's nice to see her. We met her. Was it a week ago or 2 weeks ago? I think it was about a week ago, wasn't it? Something like that. Week and a half. I don't know.
Yes.
But she came here to Arizona. And hello, Trish. Trish shared it. It always catches people in weird facial expressions. But I did see that. So thank you, Trish, for coming in. And okay, so let's go. We've talked about um, your history, but can you give us a just an overview of how you got to the well, give us a little bit about your background because we've talked about how you got here, but you were weren't you working in a law firm at one time?
I was. I have was a legal assistant for 14 years. I worked with 3 different attorneys in those 14 years, and yeah, I gained a lot of experience and was able to mainly speak with a lot of. I'm bilingual, so I was able to help a lot of Spanish-speaking clients, and yeah, I kind of started out as a receptionist, and then I got thrown into the fire and became a legal assistant, and so pretty good at negotiating and all that attorney language that they use, and so I really enjoyed doing that. But yeah, this is my passion, and this I kind of once I left the law firms, I was a stay-at-home mom for a bit, and I'm a Gemini. I'm active. I'm always doing something. It's hard for me to sit for a long time, so I just started to ground myself outside, and just after grief and pain after my father passed, I just and immersed myself into herbalism and gardening, and had both those passions going, and I wasn't too sure on what I should do just because I loved both of them. And I'm like, okay, should I spend more time on this or that? I just love to do all of it. And just this past year, just everything just combined together, and it's just working for me. So now I'm teaching plant medicine classes on how to grow, harvest, and use the actual plants as medicine. So I don't know. I'm just so grateful how it all just came together. I'm so excited.
Yeah. And your life has changed a lot in the last year.
Yes,
You're in a new place.
I am. I'm so excited. I'm happy. It's always really hard to make choices that choices that seem scary, and stuff that it's just so like I've gone through so much in the last year and changed so much, but I'm still so grateful that I'm still balanced. And even though we go through such hard periods in our lives, that just having the faith and knowing that everything's going to be okay, and just that comfort, especially when you have such strong faith. And I'm just so grateful for everything, for my upbringing, for my parents, for my family, for my children, grandchildren. It's just, yeah, like, I don't know. I just have so much to say. I just love to help people, and I want them to know that regardless of whatever we go through, it's always going to be okay. It's always, it's hard to get used to things, but eventually you just do. And so, yeah, now I'm here, and I'm happy, and dancing around my house and turning up the music and doing all that stuff all over again. So it's just riding the wave of life, just it's just how it is. I'm meeting so many good people, so many wonderful people, it's just, I'm so grateful for that. So many good friendships like yourself.
And I met you at Southwest Herbs in Mesa. That's where I met her. The manager introduced us, and we just clicked. It's great working with you on your spirituality and seeing what you're doing for everyone else, the products you make. And I discovered jojoba oil is good for me compared to all the other oils I've dealt with. I can't remember what oil you have in my favorite soap you make, which is the butterfly pea.
Butterfly pea?
So,
Yes, the butterfly
yeah.
pea.
What's
Okay.
the oil in that? Is that coconut oil?
The butterfly pea has the jojoba oil,
Oh, it
and
does have jojoba.
it has the I believe you're talking about the one that has the myrrh resin or the calendula. There's two butterfly pea flower ones, and there's one
Okay, it's
calendula flower.
blue.
Hmm.
Um,
One of the newest.
okay, yeah. Yeah, I got one and it's still solid. It has not dissolved. I mean, if you get a lot of soaps around here, locally made, some of them dissolve quickly. Yours do not dissolve quickly, which I love it.
I think it has to
Now,
do with the soap base, the quality of the soap base, and maybe it has to do with not adding lye, which is usually, it lye adds like a good soap lather and bubbly and all that stuff. And I don't put that in there just because, I mean, they say some of it's non-toxic. I believe it is. I mean, because you have to wear gloves in order to actually make your products. So like, why would you have to use gloves if it's going to damage your skin? Why am I going to put that in the soap? So my soaps don't have a really good lather. They do have a lather, but not, and
mhm,
I don't think that's important at all. I think it's what you're actually, your body is, your skin is the largest organ of, and we should be nurturing it, not like putting any kind of toxic chemicals in it. So yeah, I'm really proud of the soaps that I make. Those are my best sellers right now. I have a lot going on with a bunch of soaps. I've been making soaps all week. This has been my most popular is the Moringa dandelion. The
okay.
Moringa.
Oh, I like that. It's so pretty. It did two colors, and you wouldn't guess anyone, but green happens to be her favorite color. I know you wouldn't guess this at all, but
Yeah. I do have some products, some new products that I made that I'm going to present on Saturday at the Prickly Pear Cactus Festival.
do you
And
want
it's
a
a,
sneak preview?
yes, this is called a Mystic Bloom. And this has prickly pear cactus, the nopal cactus pads, and lemongrass.
Oh,
Also made
wow.
jojoba soap base. I have prickly pear cactus fruit lip balm. It's
Oh,
amazing. I can't wait for you to try this. But yeah,
yeah.
I did it. I tried. I had two attempts in making it, and this one I'm just really happy with it. So I also have. Oh, let me show you this one. This is a prickly pear cactus rich moisturizer, like a healing balm. And you can put
Okay.
this on your hands, feet, body, anywhere. The other day, since I'm always barefoot, I put this on my feet, put socks on at night, and in the morning,
Yes.
my feet were so soft. But this is also made with prickly pear cactus pads.
Okay.
So
And do you have an oil in that one?
this one is jojoba as well. So
Okay.
this one is jojoba. Let me see the nopal. This one would be I'm calling this Sonoran Gold,
Oh,
and
wow.
yes, Sonoran Gold. And so this has jojoba butter and it has jojoba oil in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
great, great.
And
And I love it. One of them is Mystic. The other one is Sonoran. And it's like, Don, are you listening at all? Sonoran Mystic Tarot, are you here? Are you listening at all? Anyway,
he's
just
not going
wanted
to
to
be on
point
Saturday.
that out. Unfortunately, he's got something to do on Saturday, so I don't think we'll see him out there. I hope when he's done with his activity that he does bring Ed and they can check it out, because I think that, as I've already talked to you about it, I think that would be perfect for the two of them to have a booth and do a presentation next year. So I'm looking forward to next year, but who knows how many people we can get in next year, because they're very reasonable. So if somebody's out there listening and they want a booth in the greater, emphasize greater, Phoenix area, it's a little beyond that, but it's still there. You can get a hold of them, Pete, actually. His email, or the email for the festival, is on their website and their poster. So if you go anywhere and put in Prickly Pear Festival, it'll pop up Prickly Pear Festival 2026. Click on that and just look at it and get a hold of them. And you had somebody else call the night before. One of your friends called Pete the night before and got a hold of him. He said, she has a lot of friends. I said, yes, she does.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Okay. Great Quartz says, oh my, OMG, I love your bangs. Wanted to put that for you.
Thank you. Yeah, little curly
Yes,
hair.
I know. And for it to be long and still be curly, that's pretty good. And I know your bangs are shorter, but for this to be wavy at the ends of your hair, that's tough to do. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's funny. All my life, I just never liked curly hair, and so it wasn't up until maybe a little over a year ago, like I said, just changing and aging and going through so many life challenges and all, and learning to love yourself, and even my name. I never really liked my name or my hair, and now I'm like, okay, I can do this. This is me, and it's just so easy to do. You just wash it and put a little oil in it, and I'm ready to go. It's so much easier. Yeah. So I
yes, I mean,
compliments, and I'm like, really? Okay. I can rock this.
and you do rock it. I, you have been to a few markets. You've been to one of ours, which was Royale Kitchen and Cocktails, and um, you will be at the November 7th one. You've already paid. You're ready to go. You have done a video for Dawn, and hopefully we'll be able to put that on the vendors page on Facebook as well, so people can meet you that way. Um, I don't know what the QR code was for on the poster that I put up. However, check it out. If it's to Prickly Pear, great. If it's to the Facebook page, that's great too. And if it is to the Facebook page, please follow, because the more people we get on the Facebook page and our vendors see that, they can interact with you a lot more. And we will be posting, oh my goodness, she's beautiful.
She's
Tell
just
me it
my
isn't she.
person. This is Havana, and
Oh,
she is just, she's my baby. I call her a witch's cat. So
oh,
she's a sweetheart. Yeah, she doesn't like anyone else but me.
good.
So I'm like, okay, she's my baby.
So she's your familiar witch
Yes,
talk?
yes, yes. So I call her witch's cat, a white witch's cat, I would say.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Or gray.
Even black cats can be too. So, but her color is great. Is she part calico? Because she looks
She
a
is.
little calico.
She
Okay,
is.
good.
And her mom was a Siamese, and then her dad was a tortoiseshell. Yeah, tortoiseshell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow. I can
yeah,
see a little bit of that too.
yeah. She's a cutie.
And Great Court says, my cat's called Mew Mew because she meows like that. Mew. Okay, cool.
Yes, she's pretty funny. Yeah, she
Yeah.
keeps me company, and yeah, I don't know. She's just really, she has something to her. I could see it in her eyes, and I just love animals. You know, after this transition, I lost a couple of cats and don't have my husky for now, but yeah, I just have this really great relationship with animals. You know, I just love them sometimes more than people.
Now, do your does your husky go with the boys or
Yes.
it? Okay, good.
My
Okay.
ex-husband has a hold of him now. He's taking care of him. But I said we're still going to share him. So I said I'm FaceTiming him every other day.
Well,
Yeah.
he's your fur baby. He's
Yeah.
a fur baby, so yeah. And you said there's
Two other cats, and my daughter, she was able to take the two cats, so I'm still able to visit them as well. So yeah, we just have such a good time. I have so many videos, even on my Instagram, where we're just all outside playing, or even in the rain, and you know, every time there's a full moon, me and my husky are outside howling at the moon.
can you see what she's doing behind you?
Yes, I can.
She's like,
She has a good time playing with the plants. Look at her.
yeah, just don't eat them, young lady. Uh, what was I going to say? Oh, um, Great Quartz is asking, what do you use to reduce frizz for your hair? Oil? Question mark.
Yes, oil for sure. And I
Would,
still have some flyaways and all, but I do use jojoba oil, or that's one of my favorites, or a little bit of coconut oil. Coconut oil is really good. And the trick is to put your head upside down, you know, wet it all, put the oil in it, and then once it's back up again, you could just comb it down with a little bit of oil. I mean, it works for me. There's so many products out there. I mean, there's some that are good and some that are super toxic. So I'd rather just use what I have in my kitchen or what I use here for some of my products. You know, like I've mentioned before, our bodies adapt to our environment here in the desert. So I definitely have in Ayurvedic medicine, you know, the doshas. I'm more of a Vata dosha, which is like I get you know, a thinner frame, but I also get a lot of dry skin and all. So I love to keep everything moisturized from head to toe. So I really encourage people, especially as we age, to, you know, do the abhyanga, which is, you know, an Ayurvedic remedy at night from head to toe. It just calms your nervous system, and you can use any kind of oil that you're, you know, for you, jojoba oil would be good.
yeah.
I always mix everything with just a little bit of castor oil, just for the deep penetration to get in there. But I'm really happy with my skin. That's why I think I just began making all these products, because everything that I make is something that works for me. I love it, and I've seen it work for other people. I've been getting a lot of compliments on some of the ingredients out there, so I'm really
Mhm.
excited for that. Jojoba oil is a little bit more expensive than a lot of the other oils, but it's so worth it. You know, it's so worth it.
Okay, it might be more. Great Quartz is asking, and do you wash frequently? Do you wash your hair frequently?
Only if I'm out in the garden and or out volunteering at the community gardens, then I'll wash it like daily. But if I'm not out getting sweaty and all full of dirt or any kind of soil, I could wash it every 2 to 3 days. Yeah, and all I have to do is, you know, just wet it down. Just wet it, you know, wet it, and I'm ready to go. Yeah. So I don't
And
wash it.
she uses avocado and castor. Okay.
Oh, yeah, those are good. Avocado oil is amazing. I cook with
Yeah.
avocado oil. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love avocado oil too. Yeah, but it's among the ones that I don't use on my body. But I thought you had one. I thought soap I had coconut oil in it, and I kept it. I mean, I use it for my face, and I wanted to tell you. You were talking about your skin. You know, I've had a lot of problems with my skin, and I probably the same type of, I always say Ayurvedic, whatever. Okay,
It took me a while to learn that.
as you are or close to, because I thin frame, dry skin, very dry skin, and it's gotten worse over the years. However, I took for a month. I took black seed oil. That helped so much, and now it's like I can touch my skin. It's not scratchy or anything, and it's so much better. However, I think I'm back to an equal or a balanced skin now. And so I think the jojoba is working better with me than it would have if I didn't take the black seed oil for a month.
Okay. Okay. And I think,
Just
and I have two of the soaps that are made with the coconut oil, like the Moringa, the one that that's the one of the best sellers right now. That is with the coconut oil soap base. Um, and then I believe it's just because of the two butterfly pea. I think one, you're right. One is made with coconut and the other with jojoba oil.
okay.
Those are the two soap bases, the only two soap bases that I use. I'm in
Oh,
love with jojoba oil, so most of my products are made with that. I just feel it just to be so grounding as well. Hmm.
and I know jojoba is expensive right now. Have you thought about making your own?
I have. I have. It's funny that we talk about that. Over, the group that I told you that I'm a part of, it's the nonprofit group. It's called Desert
Yes.
Abundance. And we're building that food forest. And over at the food forest, we went to see if we could harvest some seeds. And I don't know. I think it's just because of our summers have been a little bit different. I've noticed quite a bit, and we were not able to harvest any seeds. So I'm not sure
Okay.
exactly where I could get a hold of that, but I would love to. I would love to make my own jojoba oil in the future and buy the oil press so that I can make all that oil myself. Even the moringa seed oil, that's really expensive, and but I have tons of seeds. I have friends and family who also donate their seeds, to me, and so I'm able to make that oil. So I think that's going to be something I'm going to work on. Hopefully by this time next year, I'll have that oil press and be able to make my own oils. So yeah, I would love to do that. But like I said, our summers are different,
Yeah.
only because of the fact that the moringa tree, the presentations that I've been giving is I always have to tell everyone, don't be afraid in the wintertime. The leaves are going to fall. It's a deciduous tree. The leaves fall in the wintertime. But I've noticed in the last 2 years, and I'm not sure if it's because of, and I'm not too familiar with global warming and all that, but it might be, it's something different that's going on because the last 2 years, the leaves don't fall. Like I've had the leaves year round. So I've noticed that for the
Wow.
last 2 years. I've also had this year, my mom's house, she has a couple moringa trees and a friend does, and we've had the long moringa seed pods, but like an exaggerated amount, like hundreds
Wow.
of them. And so that's different this year as well. Like one of my mom lives in Tempe, I'm in Mesa, and then my friend in Apache Junction all have said the same thing. Like this year, we don't know why our trees produce so many pods. So it has something to do with the climate change, perhaps. I'm not sure, but it's definitely different.
And I'm not going to get into certain conspiracy theories. However, I think we've all noticed um, different types of clouds, man-made clouds in the sky in the last couple years. That might have something to do with it too. I'm just saying, because a weather pattern over the last 10 years, because I've lived here a lifetime, not mine, but a lifetime. And the weather pattern, especially when it comes to monsoons, it's almost been no monsoons for the last 10 years. We have had monsoons this year. First time in a long time. But when I got here, you could almost set your clock by the monsoons. You would know when the temperature got so high that we're going to get a dust storm and we're going to get rain in that order, and never failed. It's failed quite a bit, and I know we get a lot of dust storms right now, but we're still getting a little bit rain, so that helps. So that might be the thing. But this weekend, you're going to be not in Phoenix, not in Tempe, Mesa, or Apache Junction. You're going to be in Superior. So we're going to have to check with everybody in Superior to see what jojoba plants they have and how they've been doing, because it's a higher elevation. For those who do not know, it's a little higher elevation. Did you go to the Arboretum and check the jojoba plants there? And
You
see
know,
what they
about 3 months ago, I haven't been just because I've been so busy, but I was there about 3 months ago with a friend, and I did put in a few hours of volunteer hours there, and that's what we did. We did a lot of seed collecting, but jojoba was not one of them. So we did collect quite a bit of seeds. It's just so fun to do. But I'm gonna see. I think that maybe up north. My brother lives in Prescott, in the Prescott area. I'm not sure how between here and Prescott. Maybe there's some jojoba, bushes that are doing a lot better than the ones here in Phoenix. I'm just not sure exactly. Like I said, I think it's just been really hot. Something's going on. Something's different. One other thing that I noticed is over at volunteering and being part of the saguaro inventory team at Desert Botanical Garden. I've done that for 4 years now. And within the last 2 years, we've lost hundreds of saguaros as well. So I
Oh,
think that in the last 2 years, things have changed quite a bit. Or
wow.
friends saying, "Hey, I've had this saguaro in my front yard for the last 30 years, and it's gone. It's dead." It's just sad. It's just really sad to see saguaros um, dying. I mean, they're supposed to be resilient out there
Yes.
in the heat, So obviously, something's going on. It's the not enough rain and it's too hot. So yeah, it's just I don't know. It's exciting to see like how as the years go by, just with the plant. It's just like us though, like every year we're
Yes.
different. Every year we go through all these transitions and we grow, and it's just so the plants are just like us. So I mean, it's you could have a tree out for that you've had for the last 30, 40 years, and then
Mhm.
it's time to say goodbye. I love trees, so I really love to see the health of them, and just knowing that the heat and all that is affecting them. It's pretty sad as well.
Yeah. I know a lot of citrus have died in the last couple of years. A lot of citrus. And I know they're taking away a lot of citrus too to build houses. That's another thing. But we had a tangelo in my parents, well, my dad and stepmother's house, um, for quite a few years. It most likely, um, I'm just going to say the word passed, about 20 years ago. However, the grapefruit that has been there forever, at least 50 years, um, had to be cut down last year.
Mm.
So that was sad that we had to do that, but it's done. And now a mulberry tree, and I know most people and most cities do not care for mulberry trees, especially the male,
Mm.
because they don't do anything. Female trees at least give fruit. So
Just
I
like us
had
women,
one.
we do
Yeah.
everything. And your moringa tree is doing it amazing.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
and I almost took another picture before I came, but I didn't. It's grown. I mean, when I took my last picture, it had one, I'm just going to say limb. They're very small, but and had started another one. Well, now there's another one starting. So in the last 2, 3 months, it's grown. I think I counted 8 limbs, started new, and you got to understand, people. This moringa tree, I felt like I killed it more than once. But it kept coming back, and now it's saying, "I'm not leaving. I'm here. I'm good."
Oh
So
yeah. Its root. I bet its roots are at least a couple of feet long now. Not sure
good.
exactly how tall it is, but it's just has a deep tap root. It's just amazing how it's just it can grow anywhere. Like I think I mentioned before, it could grow along a fence, and
Yeah.
compared to let's say for example a saguaro, its roots are more surface level,
Mhm.
so it's kind of hard to like plant it near things. But the moringa goes shoots straight down, just like the mesquite trees. The mesquites go down about 150 feet,
Right.
um, and or to 300 feet actually. And so the moringa is a deep taproot. And so when you go to plant it, you have to make sure that you plant it in a tall pot. And so I'm going to be teaching that and presenting that on Saturday.
At
So
10 a.m. At 10 a.m.
yes. And throughout the years, my first Moringa class, I believe, was almost 4 years ago. And I've just been learning so much more every year, so much more about the tree. And I had a friend recently say, I think the Moringa tree is just your tree. You just really, because she loves the creosote bush and she's like,
Oh,
everything creosote. I also love creosote. But she's like, I think you just have so much passion talking about the moringa tree. And I said, I do. It's just so resilient. It's beautiful. It requires little water. At the beginning, just like you said, you may have killed it a couple of times, but it came back.
yeah.
What I was going to mention to you when you were talking about the limbs just now is if you can take off a couple of the limbs over at the bottom. You could actually take them off, and that'll encourage it to grow upwards. It'll grow faster.
Okay. And I might do that. You had also said to take off the top middle one to have it
Exactly.
grow out. Not quite ready for that yet. I'm enjoying watching it go
Yeah.
up right now. It's about 3 feet. It's, oh, I'd say 2.5 to 3 feet at the most. So it's doing well. I have another one to plant. I had gotten some from Happy Nature Farm. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one on Wrecker in University.
Oh yeah.
Inside, it's
Mhm.
hydroponic plants. So, and
Where they sell the
they're
tower.
having,
Hmm.
yeah, it's on the towers. That's where they grow them to begin with, and then they pull them out and um, they have them displayed so you can come pick out anything you want. And I think they work better than seeds right now. And and I think they're, yeah, I've had mixed reactions, and I just found out that I bought chives. My mother's name is Dolores, and they have a Dolores chives. So I bought my second one because the first one kind of disappeared. I thought I didn't water it enough or anything. Well, I bought another one, and it had one little thing up. So cats or something else was eating it. It's like I have to put it in a protective pot before I plant it. So I thought that was hilarious that my chives disappeared quickly. I mean, I had planted it, and 2 days it was great, and then went out. What do you mean? Where did it go? And then I see this little thing, and it's like, oh
Oh.
no.
So
And
did you get
not
a
only that, but huh?
sorry? Did you get a moringa tree from there as well? Did you buy a moringa?
Yes, I got three.
Oh.
Two of them, they couldn't wait for me any longer. But another one had turned on its side and sprouted another tree from a different direction. So I have a place to plant that, and that goes in this weekend.
Okay.
So I found that, but it looks good. It really looks good, and I. But I keep watering those others just in case they sprout something else from a different direction. You never know.
Yeah. I have a lot of
So,
seeds, so I could always share if you need more. You have a moringa
yes,
growing in your backyard.
I know. I have another house that I utilize, and well, that's family house, and I'm planning on doing at least two there, if not three. And so I'm going to do that. What was the other thing? But I'm at Scott's house right now, so I'd love to get you out here to see where a moringa plant would go. And like I've talked to you about, she maintains moringa. Besides doing all this and making all these things, she maintains moringa trees, usually for the gardening group. However, hopefully she will be doing that on a regular basis and be another one of her side hustles or businesses, because moringa plants don't need a whole lot of work, but once they start growing, they need trimming, right?
Yes, they do
Okay.
need a lot of trimming, which encourages new growth. A lot of my elderly friends aren't able to prune it, so I'm willing and ready to go. I have a truck where I can go and take all the leaves, and then I also provide capsules with them once I pulverize them, and also they could have their own capsules. So I'm working on that. I have a plan and I have a couple of ideas. You actually gave me the idea, and I've just been thinking about it and what services I could provide to help others. So I would love to be able to offer the service of, you know, coming over like Susan's house. I didn't get a chance to see where a good spot, so maybe I'll have to visit her. But just to show people, hey, this is a good area for it. Just teach them how to grow it so it's successful and all the medicinal benefits of it.
Mm-hmm.
Recipes, I have quite a few recipes that they can use as well. Pesto or any kind of like fruit dip. You've had that before.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
salsas, you can make salsa and add the moringa leaf in there as well. And there's just so many things that you can do with the moringa leaf. It has that grassy taste to it, so it's always good to add other things so that it doesn't taste. Because I don't mind the taste, but there's a lot of people that do. So just like
Right.
smoothies, just like
Yeah.
smoothies.
You talking about smoothie, and you guess, do you know what I'm working on right now?
What's
Pulling
that?
up the place that you're going to be that is going to um yeah, let me pull this up real quick. Oh, that was a different one. Here it is. Um Sorry about that. But Rose's products can be found in Apache Junction in at least one location. Can you tell us about your location where you have your products?
Right now, they're over at Smoothie Connect. I don't know the address. But it's on what are the main crossroads?
It's 28 North Ironwood Drive, Apache Junction.
Okay, it's an
So
amazing.
it's on, go ahead.
Yeah, it's an amazing smoothie place. I mean, I actually crave the smoothie sometimes, and sometimes I don't have time to get out there, but I do have my products there, and there's a few other vendors that have them there, and I believe it's September 15th that we might, Chef Ricky might introduce a couple of smoothies that have my moringa in his smoothies. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think that that'd be a great way to share with the community, like here's some, other type of nutrition as well. And just have a lot of faith that the smoothies are going to go well. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Uh, I don't think he's added the coffee smoothie yet, so maybe he's waiting till after he gets more smoothies together to add the coffee one. But I'll definitely be there. That's a Tuesday, isn't it?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, but we can talk to him to see if there's maybe we can meet there. And but I know that he's going to introduce is going to be a new menu, so maybe he's working on that. I'm not too sure, but I
He's
know
been
that.
working on that. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait to just try them, and I'm sure they're going to be delicious because everything on his menu is super good.
And it's organic, no added sugar, no dairy. What else? No gluten, nothing like that. Just good, healthy food. There's not a whole lot of allergic or allergens. Yeah, that's what I want. Allergens there either. So I'm doing this real quick to add it to. Anyway, so how long have you been at Smoothie Connect?
Smoothie Connect. Good question, Julie. I have. It's been quite a few months now, right? Yeah, I'll have to look back on my notes, but I know it was earlier this year. Um, and so, yeah, I'm definitely a little more organized now, and I want to get that Moringa out and other stores, other smoothie shops, cafes, and so I think this is a good beginning. Smoothie Connect is growing as well. I believe they have another truck that they're going to get out there, but they're at a lot of events, and so just having that exposure and having the moringa out there, and I think it's just a great idea. We're spreading the word, just like they are. I'm, spreading the word by, presenting it through classes and I don't know. Like I said, it's just moringa is just amazing. It's not a cure-all, heal-all, but it is definitely a nutritious treat for the entire family. Um, and so, along with a healthy lifestyle, moringa can do a lot. It could definitely do a lot for us. Um, there's a lot of people that take moringa and say, "Oh, it didn't do anything to me or anything," but their diets and their lifestyles and all that are like kind of crazy. So it's just like you have to have a balance in everything, you know, your mindset and all. Um, so yes,
Hi, Alia. Uh, sorry, has come in. So she's from Italy. And Peggy, welcome in. Trish is here. I don't know if she's still here. Yeah. So I've got, oh, yeah. I love Rose's energy. Rose is a great person. Oh, yeah.
you.
Um, and she comes on Wednesdays. This is her third time. Um, we'll keep having her on, but she had something to do this weekend, and we wanted everybody to know, especially those in the greater Phoenix metropolitan area. Or I should just say the state of Arizona. Come and see her. Superior is a nice little town, and they can handle an influx of people. They're going to have cactus cocktails, among other things. Um, I know they have a private dinner on Friday, but they have a breakfast on Sunday morning. And it's almost like, it might be an idea to stay close so that you can
I didn't know
so
that.
that you can have breakfast from 8 to 10. I forgot the name of the restaurant that's doing that, but that
Oh,
sounded great because they're going to have prickly pear stuff.
oh
You know
yes. Okay.
it. And
Yeah.
I like the idea of prickly pear syrup. I'll have to make sure it's not a whole lot of sugar in them before I buy it. I'm never here on Wednesdays, so great. I didn't notice you weren't here, Alia, but yes, every Wednesday. Next Wednesday will be Lorena Quigley, and you met Lorena at Susan's Rose.
Yes.
And then on the 9th will be Sean. And on the 16th will be Scott. He will be channeling. Gabriel's collection on Wednesday the 16th, which happens to be my middle son and my oldest granddaughter's birthday. Yes, they share a birthday.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So that's that stuff. Still here, yeah. Love Rose. Yes, love Rose. That's what Trish says.
Oh, I love her too. I just
But
was able to
go
pull
ahead.
up the chats and be able to read them. So I
Oh,
love
you
the
just found it?
I love Rose's energy. I think that's one of the most beautiful compliments that people can receive. So I appreciate that. Love that.
And my personal page, there's a few people on. Unfortunately, Facebook won't let personal pages go live publicly currently. They used to, but anyway, that's beside the point. Um, so the energy is great. Trish is here. Oh, that's what I meant to tell you. Trish will not be able to make it um, to the prickly pear because she's going to the Helping Parents Heal. I think she called it a conference. I call it a convention. So the conference, and it's 4 days of lots of stuff. So she won't be able to make it.
Is
I
that here
was
in Arizona?
Yes, it's going to be. I know you told me where it is. Oh, um, not Bequiva. Wild Horse Pass, a casino. That's where it's going to be. So,
That's exciting.
ah, the Amazon jungle, so much green. She looks like an Amazonian goddess. She does. She definitely does.
And
I was going to say she's not that tall, but yes.
I'm 5'5". I'm not too short, not too tall, I don't think, but
Just right. And very proportional. I mean, she's a beautiful person inside and out.
oh, thank you
So,
so much.
and yes. Oh, it's yeah. Trish was saying yes to the conference. Okay. So, and for those who have heard, Rose is a part of I Miss Them as well, and Trish started I Miss Them after being a part of helping parents heal for a while. This came to her, and so she's building upon what she's been through. And I know that the passing of your father brought you a lot of clarity and got you motivated to do a lot of things too. So
Yes. Last Monday when we met over at Susan's, I was just so touched by it just because, there's a lot of people that we all process grief differently, and just being around all of you and knowing that you guys just, I think at one point once we heard the song or that she sang, like we were all bawling. It's just like we were just so touched and we were just could feel that I don't know, I guess just the presence of spirit just around us and just this warm feeling. I just love being around people that also um, still remember their past loved ones and have so much love for them that I believe that just brings them just closer to us, and just I think Trish, what she's doing is so amazing and in honor of her daughter. And I know her daughter's so proud of her. I'm getting chills now just talking about it. But
definitely.
yeah, I just love it. I think it's a great group, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. I'm hoping to at least be a speaker and to be able to bring some of my herbal remedies and maybe custom tea that I make to help people also just through grief and just to kind of calm their nervous system or whatever it is that they're going through. I think it all kind of just works together, and I'm excited to share the things that I know and to help people and just bring people closer together. The collective, we're all getting together now, we're meeting each other,
Yes.
and it's just beautiful. I've just seen so many so many changes in people, and the veil is thin, and yeah, you can see a whole lot more at least. know.
Yes. And I know we've already talked, you've been through a lot this year. Um, People come and people go. And I'm glad to see that you're embracing your new life fully. And what can you do next? Oh, Katie's saying yes. As soon as it started, I started crying. And then she's talking about I miss them. It is fabulous. And then I don't know. I've got something in the way. And then, oh, Alya's addicted to green tea.
Oh
You need
yes,
to you need to try some moringa tea. I
moringa
have
and green tea together.
yeah yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Me, I stay away from caffeine, so moringa tea is good. I love moringa in everything, and I just realized that I don't have any at home, so
I'll
I
have to
might
make.
have to pick up some this weekend, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And it goes a little goes a long way. You
Yeah,
need a half a teaspoon just to make a cup of tea. That's all you really need. And I usually don't use any kind of sweetener. And if I do, I'll use coconut palm sugar or agave sometimes. But um,
yeah. That was the other sugar I was thinking of is agave or a sweetener. I was thinking of agave, and I was wondering because I made some flourless brownies. Not everybody liked them, but that's okay. Someone said it needed a little sweetener. So I was going to ask you, Rose, which do you think would be the best sweetener? Would agave be a good sweetener to at least attempt for it?
I think it would. But my favorite right now, what I'm using is the coconut palm sugar. Yeah, I really like that. I think it, especially for baking. You know, yeah, I didn't read a brownie was amazing. I know that you added peanut butter to it and all. So yes, I do prefer it a little sweeter, maybe.
She knows that at Smoothie Connect, he makes it with organic apple juice, no sugar added. I'll emphasize that. But that's what he makes his with. I never cared for apple juice in my smoothies, and I've had it there at Smoothie Connect because you have to try it the way the chef wanted it, and I did, and now I do water.
The
Only
taste,
once that I have to supply my own water, but Katie's got it taken care of now. Dates and honey are good too. I'm one that I like honey, but honey is like I was going to say a drug. It isn't, but it encourages more sugar when I have honey. So maple syrup, dates, those things aren't as enticing as sugar is. So that's
yeah.
why I don't add sugar very often. I mean, honey very often. So I was going to try the honey, but I'm thinking I'd rather use something else because I would want to be able to eat it too and taste, make sure it's okay.
Maybe the
Recently,
date syrup would be good for the brownies as well. I use
okay,
syrup. I make pancakes for the kids, and I make sure to put some date syrup. My 9-year-old boy, he loves dates. I mean, he could sit there and eat a few dates. There's a lot of people that don't like them for some reason, but I think they're amazing. They do have a lot of health benefits as well.
yeah.
So
I don't know if it's because they have kind of a covering to it, and so once that's off, I don't. Well, a lot of people these days, a lot of the younger generation, it's texture. They don't
mm,
like the texture. It's like I don't care about the texture. I want the taste. But
yeah,
that's the way I grew up. It's like if it tastes good, eat it. Oh, and Trish says yes. I think she was telling you yes, Rose. You will be a big part of it. I miss them, and want to say hello to Montel Hero. I've interviewed him before, and Montel, you came a little bit late, but I'm going to put up this poster for you so that hopefully you will come out and see us at the Prickly Pear Festival and meet Rose in person. And they are looking for some more one more presenter, at least the last I talked to him yesterday, and more vendors, inside vendors. So you might want to go if you are interested in doing something this Saturday as a vendor. Then go to Prickly Pear Festival 2026, their website, and they'll have the information where you can get a hold of Pete and let him know that Rose and I sent you.
Yep.
And because they were looking for more people yesterday, and I checked with some, and they weren't able to make it. So let's see. And Alia says in yoga, when people need a boost of energy, they recommend drinking a cup of warm water with a spoonful of honey. Yeah.
I love that people know more about warm water, because
Yeah.
I drink a lot of warm water in the morning, evening, night. So good for your digestive system. I did see a comment about the lemon with water. I do that daily as well. Especially that's the first thing that I drink in the mornings before any type of coffee or anything. It's just a warm cup of water with either apple cider vinegar, lemon, or ginger root powder. That's my favorite. It's just for overall wellness. Ginger root is just amazing as well. So if you want to add a little bit of ginger root with lemon and semi-hot, warmish water, so good. Especially or after meals, it just helps down all that food and all, and just really good for your digestion.
And Alia, if you want to fly out for November 7th and bring wines to sell, I have no problem with that. I'm just saying. But please go to sonoranmarket.com and apply as a vendor. We'd love to finally meet you. And I know Scott was running around here earlier. I know that he would love to meet you in person too. For illness is hot water. Yeah. And I like room temperature water too, because I don't use ice much anymore at all. And if I want to cool it off, only because I feel I need a little bit of coolness, I'll put it in the refrigerator for a little bit. But
Yes,
not that long. So
for sure. I know that we're told in Ayurvedic medicine as well is that our digestive system is like a burner, and not too much ice. Ice isn't really, I know I can't say that I don't do ice. I hardly ever do it, but I did notice with my move that I made and just my nervous system and just having all these emotions and all, I did have a little bit of ice in my water, and I felt that I was already so fiery inside, so much emotion and so much, that it did help cool me down. So it's just all an intuitive that you get, and that's what my mission is, to help people also just listen to their intuition and not just do what any kind of book or any kind of video or podcast or anything. Just what you need. Your body's asking you and telling you what it needs. So, like I said, I didn't want to do much. It's like if I was already feeling really fiery, why would I have a cup of a hot beverage? I needed something to help cool me down. But most of the time I do hot or room temperature. Like I said, or stomachs are like a burner, and you're adding ice to it. It's going to take that much longer for your digestive system to keep working. So you want to make sure it's nice and warm, and just like keeping a fire burning. Like you just add to your fire to keep it going, and all that nutrition and stuff that you can do to add to it. It just makes your life a lot easier. Stay away from the doctor's office.
yes, yes.
Yes.
And Alia says ice is not okay at all for our body. Yeah. Because we don't want to shock our body. I mean, sometimes we have to put ice on our legs or wherever that's pain or anything else. That does happen. But remember, um, ice will stop the flow, and heat will create the flow or enhance the flow. And I know that you are tired of wines, Alia, but if you're still selling them and you want to get rid of some at a market and get your trip out here to Arizona paid for, I mean, business expenses. Love to see you, but just say it. And for example, in really hot places like Sahara, they drink hot tea to cope with the heat while we reach for ice cold drinks. I realize that Sahara is hotter than Arizona, but Arizona has its own heat. We do, yeah. And for those of us who have grabbed ice, ice water for the last few years, I mean, I might put ice in my water, but that's because my water bottle sits in my car, and it's not plastic, guys, it's not plastic, at 120 degrees or greater. So that's why I have ice in my water, not to drink, but to keep it at a decent temperature so that it doesn't burn my mouth every time I try and drink it. Because we can make our own hot water very easily up here, can't we?
So true. But just like I said, just a hot day of gardening outside, you're out, in the heat all day. It's okay to drink a nice glass of cool water and cold water. Just not too cold. I don't believe the cold. And I mean, that goes again with like people that do ice plunges or, it's really good for our lymphatic system as well. Just like you were saying, how the cold and the heat kind of go together. That's what I do, especially after the breast implant illness that I had a few years ago. I wanted to get everything out of any kind of toxic chemical out of my body. So I really worked on my lymphatic system. I still, to this day, I jump on a rebounder to get it moving, or in my shower, I'll put super hot water and then cold, and then just, go back and forth. And that just encourages, your whole lymph system just to, try to get all that out of your body. So, yeah. Hot and cold, just like if you have inflammation, an injury, it's always good to 15 minutes of cold, 15 minutes of hot, back and forth. And that brings all that blood flow to that area, and you're able to heal a lot faster. So just like a headache, hot and cold, it brings good blood flow to your system.
Oh wow, nice! I love the name, Ethereal Moonlight.
What is that?
A new person came in. It's Ethereal Moonlight. That's a pretty name.
I like that.
Let's see. We've got Katie drinks hot coffee in the middle of the day. LOL, just one big cup.
Just one big cup.
And I know people thought I was crazy when I went to Europe, because everywhere I went, I got hot soup. They go, and it's hot outside. Hot soup's great. And it just kept things flowing a lot easier for me, especially when you're traveling. Soup is a very good way to learn the culture in the area, and they usually use a lot of local ingredients because they don't mass manufacture that stuff. When I buy bottled water, I leave it in the sun for about an hour so the molecule structure changes, and then I bring it into the kitchen. I hope you pour it in glass before you leave it in plastic in the heat, because that's very important to get it out of that plastic as soon as possible. Just a suggestion. But yeah, what do you got? Oh wow, it's after 9 already. Okay, so you have been answering questions. However, Joe Pedro, are you still here? I got your question. I think you were the first one who actually wrote out a question. Hold on a minute. Besides, yeah. So, are you ready to do readings? I ask that now. I know I talked to you about it, but
You know,
and,
I'm not sure about that, but I would love to do the on Monday, the in person. I would love to. I'm kind of excited about that. I think
in
that
person.
Monday night, with the group that you mentioned on Monday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that we've done it through Zoom before, which I just can't, I just don't know if I can do readings just yet,
You did. Do you realize that you did them the last two times?
What's that?
The last two interviews, you were doing readings. You
Okay.
did. You don't remember?
Well, not really. No, I don't. I guess no. Um, I remember, I forget her name, but she had said something about maybe it took her a while to like understand because of maybe ego wouldn't allow her to realize when she was reading or not. And I think that has something to do with it. You know, uh, I'm just waiting for that moment to say, okay, I'm there. But just to do readings like on Zoom and all that, I don't think I'm ready for that yet. But I think like in a in person would be a lot easier for me because I'm able to read a lot of and feel a lot of energy. I feel the energy is what it is. And so yes, but I don't know if someone wants a reading. I just don't. Things that
And she's done it before, everybody. She has twice. But I understand. And I do want to explain the ego with what you have been through, everything that you have been through over the last years. And we'll go back to the passing of your father. A lot of women going through things, their egos get diminished just because they're always doing for others and not even considering themselves. Does that sound familiar?
oh, so familiar. Yes, all my life I would say yes, especially in our culture and the religious upbringing that I grew up in. It's always serve, 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 which I still love to serve, but now it's different. I'm putting myself first. It's so hard to say no to. It was so hard before for me to say no. You know, it's so hard, and now things are changing, and just with the whole collective, everything's changing. It's the year of the fire horse, and that has just so
Yes.
much meaning. Us women, we're just waking up to who we are, and we're learning to say no more, and we're learning to love ourselves. And I just love that. There's so many on social media or YouTube channels, and so many of us that are here sharing with each other because I've learned from so many beautiful souls out there. I've learned that way. So it's my turn to share that with other people. And like I said, being bilingual as well, there's some people that aren't even aware of any of this. And so I would love to be able to reach them and talk to them about healing and herbs and I have had quite a we all have had a lot of life experiences, but
Mhm.
I can say, a lot of people think that, that people don't, that your life has been easy, but oh my goodness, I have a lot of stories and a lot of memories and a lot of, toxic relationships and all that stuff that I've been able to work through. And so I feel I love my age where I'm more experienced as a mother, as a failed relationships and toxic family dynamics, all that good stuff is just working through all that. I'm so grateful that I have been keeping strong and balanced. And so I'm here to serve, I'm here to help people. And I have, like, on my websites I believe I put it in the chat there, and
Yes.
you have my email and my website. And if anyone ever wanted to reach out and has any kind of questions on anything, I could try to find the answer for it. But I feel that it's my mission to do that, and I really trust that. That just being divinely guided, that's how I feel that I am able to channel that and help others with healing, whether it be emotionally or physically.
And the reason I mentioned the ego is really not that prevalent for a lot of us women, because and I love that. Thank you. Yes, we are goddesses. And a lot of us don't realize that we don't embrace our divine feminine goddess. But our egos were so diminished by, like you said, the toxic relationships, by always doing for others, not setting our boundaries, not taking care of ourselves, putting ourselves first. And basically, as Aya already said it, self love. We did not have love for ourselves. And in and around me right now, I'm watching, I wouldn't say lives be destroyed, but lives be badly interrupted because people do not care for themselves enough to treat others decently. And I know we've seen that throughout the world these days, but to know it's happening near me is just sad. And I know all I can do is be there to support the people who are dealing with the ripple effects. But the person who is at the center of it, there's nothing I can do at this time other than, as I say, radiate unconditional love 24/7. But when you're ready, again, because I know you've read, I know you've pulled cards and you've got them. You were always great on them. Unity is what we need. And yes, love and compassion and unity. And you talked about the fire horse. This is the year of the fire horse, which is fantastic. However, it is also a 1 year. If you add 2 plus 2, 26. So you got 4 and 6 is 10, which is a 1. This is a unity year. This is the beginning. So being unified is very important. And a lot of the responses I have for negativity is united we stand. Because when we unite, we stand. And when you are mind, body, and soul, and your ego is, it's there for a good reason, for fight and flight. However, when you concentrate on all the good things you're doing and love yourself, there's nothing you can't do.
Yes, for sure. You have to actually kill people with kindness. I love that saying. It's just kill them with kindness. And sometimes, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I have to mention, I'm recently divorced and all, and that's kind of like I have been able to forgive and just show compassion, even though some days, like I said, I'm pretty fiery, and which are all normal feelings, to get mad and upset and have this resentment. But as long as you work through it, and well, I have to mention this, with my ex-husband here, very angry person, like after some time did not want the divorce and all. And I, at one point, I had said, through prayer, I said, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to heal with kindness anymore. I'm tired of being kind. I'm not going to do this anymore. I had that, no more. And it was funny though, because, just moments after I said that, I had this feeling, and I started laughing because it was like, no, you will be kind, and you are going to be who you are, and it just made me laugh because I'm like, okay, no, I know who I am, and I can't just say no. I have to just be myself, and so even though it hurts, you know, um, sometimes when we just see other people, because I'm a mother, I'm a mother of four kids. I have two sons, two daughters, and so I always have to have compassion for other people, and even grown-ups, and these men that have not grown up yet, that have not awakened yet, but I also have compassion because I'm like, one day someone might be dealing with my son, and how do I want them to treat them? Karma, I have to work through that. And I am so grateful that, to my ex-husband, just because of the fact that I just, through this transition in the last few months, I've seen him also grow, and I've been able to help him through it. And so now we're focused on our children, and just, I think he finally understands that, where I'm coming from, and he's learning through that, like, and I just love that. I love that I'm able to teach him, and show him, like, hey, no one's here to fight you. Let's just work everything out, and everything gets divided. Our children are the most important thing, and I'm glad he's finally waking up to that. And I think more men are learning more about that as well. And just because I heard somewhere on a podcast the other day, they said something about the fall of the narcissist, the men, and it's
What did
this,
you?
the fall of the narcissist, like the men,
Yeah.
narcissistic men. This year, everyone is, shining a light on that. Like, we're becoming more aware to, not just men that are narcissistic, but, us women can be as well. But it's just shining a light on that, and more people are becoming aware of it. So I love that us women are becoming just more empowered, and I just love that when we're able to say no, and we're able to choose, and we are. It's all about self-love. It's all
Yes.
about self-love, and who's going to be in our space. We get to choose who's going to be in our space, and I don't know. It's just great, but. Yeah, I just read one of the comments said something about no men, just spirit guides.
Where was that?
I think I saw that. Let's see, it said something about no men anymore, just spirit guides. And
Oh
that was,
yeah,
yeah,
I saw that. Yeah. Okay, that was all. Yeah. Yeah. We have male spirit guides too, so that's okay. But
yes,
we
for sure.
make the decisions, and yes, and you were talking about always giving and giving, and remember, and this is for everybody, is that if you keep giving and giving, you have nothing left for yourself. Your cup is empty. You cannot share. So please take care of yourself first before you are concerned about others. Yes, I know we have children, and I know we need to take care of them. They have their um, their needs, wants, and desires too. But they also need to think about what's around them as well. And like you said, you're teaching your sons that it's important to do the right thing in kindness in the way you were treating your now ex-husband. Um, I think that is great, and that's what it takes. And to be emotional about stuff doesn't get anything done. Just
Yes,
being kind.
just being
It,
kind, and again, like, even saying no to our children sometimes.
yeah.
Sometimes we say no to our children. Even I have two adult daughters, and sometimes, you just want to be a great mother, and do. things for them. And but sometimes, like I said, you just have to say no, to everyone and anyone, and just choose yourself first. And that way you're whole and you're able to share and love and have that for everyone. But I did do that for quite some time where I just felt so depleted and without, energy and, but no, I know that now I could look in the mirror and love myself and smile, and just just looking in the mirror and just saying, wow, I'm so proud of myself. I have a photo on my desk of me when I was about 2 years old. Fat cheeks with curly hair, and I look at it and I'm just like, wow, like I'm doing this for you, and I don't know, it just makes me teary eyed just because I'm so proud.
Yeah. And this kind of pride is not selfish, and it is not egotistical. It is, you've been through a lot and you've gotten yourself where you are today. It shows strength. And my card last night from Tuesday night class was the strength card. And so I love that card. That's one of my favorite. It is a number 8 and it has a lion on it. How much more can I ask for?
You know what your life path number is? I'm not too familiar with that whole life path, but I know my life path number is an 8.
Oh, okay.
So
And the best person that works with me on my life path numbers and all that is Lester. He's very good at that, just so you know. Well, I've met a lot of narcissists too, but then I realized that I was a narcissist. I was the one who wasn't ready to create something together. Oh, once I realized that, I never met another narcissist again. I learned my lesson. Ah, okay.
at least
You're a 9 on your life path. I don't know which number it is, but my the day I was born is a 9. It's 27, so that's important. And yeah, so numerology. If when I should say when Lester gets a day off, we'll talk about numerology and all that stuff because he's just so knowledgeable and so quick with it. Just so easy for him. There's so many others. Your life path is a 9. Oh, okay. Your life. Yes. I mean, there's 3 numbers. I know my life path is a 4, another number is a 7, and another number is a 9. So, and then, of course, I have 2 master numbers, 11 and a 22, but that's beside. And yeah, I'm not going to get into all of that because it's a little,
so interesting though. So
yeah,
interesting.
it is. So, you still have a lot of work to do to prepare for Saturday?
Somewhat. I've been getting quite a bit done. I've had the chance to be alone for the last few days without getting just too many distractions, and I've just been, in a meditative state, just in my products, and I'm pretty excited. I do have quite a bit of work left, but I think I'm going to be prepared. I know I'm going to be prepared,
Oh, yeah.
and just because I don't watch, hardly any TV at all. I'm always doing something. I'm always trying to learn something and just take the time to sit and play with my cat, have some tea, and just all that good stuff. So I do have some stuff to do, but it's all going to be taken care of, you know. So yeah, I would love to people to come out, and if they want a free Moringa presentation, I'm going to have some goodies for whoever attends. We'll have some Moringa tea while we're, learning about Moringa. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm sure I'm going to give quite a few more Moringa presentations, and
Mm-hmm.
I just love to share the benefits of a lot of this plant medicine that I'm working with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Possibly a jojoba class.
Oh, that
Jojoba
would be good, especially when you
start.
start pressing it. I'd
Yeah.
love to see that.
Yes.
And I'm sure that anything that you make from desert plants will be tremendous and be very informative for those who live here. And as you said, that any local plant or any medicinal use of that plant to local people helps a lot more. Someone brought to my attention that a young lady was bit by a tick and got the disease from it. So my first question, I hadn't even talked to anybody about it. First question was, what kind of tick? And I heard wood tick. And it turned out it was a wood tick in the uh, Washington State area. And I was getting different things that needed to be done, but I have to talk to that person to see exactly what the symptoms were to give suggestion. No, I am not a medical person, but like the master gardener in front of you, Miss Rose, she's learned a lot about what cures things. So I was going to ask you, have you come up against anybody that has had snake bites or any desert creatures that needed to be healed from it at all?
You know, off the top of my head, I mean, I know that, like, let's say, for example, a scorpion bite or a sting. Nopal cactus. The nopal cactus, you get a nopal cactus pad, the prickly pear cactus
Oh, okay.
pad, the pad,
Oh, okay.
put that right on a scorpion bite. Oh my goodness. You don't have to go to the hospital on that. Don't take my word for it, but try it. And I've heard amazing things. I have quite a few friends who have been master gardeners for the last 30, 40 plus years here in our desert. And so I do know that, like, for scorpion sting, put a nopal cactus pad right on there, and it just helps with that. There's so many other remedies that I can't think of just now, but I just love that we have the internet, ChatGPT, and we can just find all that good stuff out. And I'm sure in my notes, I have that, like, I'm a hiker, so I do hike a lot of the mountains, and I do have to be prepared just in case, something comes up. But I've been fortunate and to not have had any kind of incidents with insects or anything like that. Not just yet, but I'll let you
Knock on
know.
wood. Speaking of that, what do you take with you for
When I
hikes? Yeah.
when I hike, I take a small first aid kit in my backpack just in case anyone needs anything, and I always make sure to have tons of water, and I always love to take fruit with me. Love to sit once I get to my destination. I get to sit and enjoy my fruit, watermelon especially. I love. But yeah, I take that, and sometimes protection or a knife or anything like that. I think that just the mountains, the hike, like just hiking the mountains here in Arizona, especially when the weather cools down, and it's just such a beautiful thing to do. I mean, that's where I feel the most free. Like, it's just so beautiful to be out there and be able to climb the mountains. And I've had the opportunity with different nonprofit garden organizations where we go out and we do a lot of searching for seeds for native plants, endangered plants. We're able to get the seeds and go back and plant them at the lab and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's just, I love our desert. I don't think, I mean, I completely complain about the heat, sometimes, but most of the time, I mean, I can't see myself living anywhere else just because I love our desert. I feel like I have a really good, just this feeling about being in the desert. It's just, amongst the saguaros and all that, just knowing how resilient our desert plants and cacti are. I mean, that's just like us. We become so resilient after so many trauma and all the sun scorch that are cacti, just like us having issues in life, we can get through all of it, we can get through all of it. So, yeah, I think that's why I have such a good relationship here with our desert. I just love how resilient they are, how beautiful. And also the cactus flowers, my favorite. And cactus flowers are just so beautiful. Some bloom only at night, only
Mhm.
for a couple times a year, and we can appreciate the beauty of them. And some could grow and bloom without any water for months. So still, be able to bloom just like us. We're able to bloom out of our hardships and our trauma. We're just the same as them.
Yeah. Now, of your products, and I know it it's hot, but we also usually bring something cool with us. Like I said, you start off with cold water, and then it gets a good temperature by the time you're ready to drink it. Do you bring anything, we'll say, for lips? Because you have a lot of good products for lips. Which one would you take on a hike?
Um, I have a couple of lip balms. You mean lip balms, or yeah, a couple of lip
Yeah,
balms.
whatever your products that you make.
Yes. I love to use just like I have one that has clove oil, peppermint oil. Um,
Oh,
I make that with either coconut or jojoba oil. The one that I just finalized last night is the prickly pear cactus fruit one. And that one is amazing. It's very moisturizing, and it's for men or women. It has a slight pink tone to it just because it's made out of the prickly pear cactus fruit. But it also has, like I said, jojoba oil, jojoba butter, um, and I actually wrote down what it has in it, but organic beeswax. And yeah, I try to make a lot of my products pretty simple with only a few ingredients in it. Um, I really like this one. It's very moisturizing, so I would take this one on a hike. If I were to go hiking tomorrow, I would take the prickly pear. It's just something about being out there in the desert and then using some of
yes,
the desert like products. It's just, I just love it. Just like, for example, I'm out there in hiking a lot, and I come across a lot of the creosote. Here in the Mojave Desert,
yes,
we have, it's a, there's an abundance of creosote bushes. And so, and everyone knows creosote as it's smelling like the desert rain. So
yes.
I make sure that I harvested the creosote from my backyard, and I'm able to make a healing salve out of it. And I have a friend of mine who said, and she's been, you know, she's an herbalist and a master gardener, and she's been doing this for 40 plus years. And she says, I think you have the creosote healing salve. You've done such an amazing job with it, and just the smell of it and putting it on your skin, it supports
Yeah.
so much skin health. And it's just all this medicine that we have around us, in our backyards, that sometimes we have no idea that, what we can do with it. And a lot of people don't know. They'll run to the doctor and not knowing that in their backyard they have this amazing medicinal plant that they can use. So that's, again, my mission is to help people and teach people, how to use it, not just how to use it and just buy it, but how to grow it, how to harvest it, and how to use it um, for their everyday well-being.
And you've talked about doing classes, and you also are an avid hiker. I mean, you love to hike. So, are you going to be combining those into foraging and other classes to show people what really works in the desert? Are you
I
thinking about that for the fall?
That's one of
Hmm?
my goals, yes. And I actually did a plant walk with my friend, this same friend, and like I said, she has a beautiful home and at the bottom of the Superstition Mountains, and we
Oh,
did and she's been doing plant medicine walks for a long time. And so I'm her student, so I'm learning from her. And there's so many things that she's shared with me, and I would love to do that. Just, getting plant walks. There's a lot of people that are doing plant walks and that are
Yes.
able to teach others. But that's one of my goals as well. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I might do English and Spanish and just
Hmm.
to teach others how to use these beautiful medicinal plants. Yeah, it's just so many of them. There's so many stuff that, and we're always learning, we're always learning. There's not one person that I know that knows everything. There's even people that I've been able to teach, that have been doing this for so many years, and we're just learning from each other, sharing information. No competition, just all love and learning from each other. Or there's things that we learn now, and let's say 2-3 years from now, we forgot all about it, and there's someone else there to remind us about it, and we're like, okay, I forgot about this, but let's just, keep using it and sharing information with each other. So, yeah, that is
Now,
the
have you ever hiked up in the Lost Trails and in Superior? Have you ever
yes.
been there?
Superior, just over at Boyce Thompson at the Arboretum in
Okay.
Superior. But I love the town of Superior. I'm excited, now that we're doing the Prickly Pear Cactus Festival, and I'm just excited to meet new people. I've never, I think the last time I went to Superior was when I was maybe 10 years old. Like, I've never gone there. But that small town, my mom actually, when she came from Mexico, like um, she was raised there in Superior, and
Oh,
up until she was about 20 years old. And I don't think she's even had the chance to visit either, but she'll be there on Saturday, and she's just so proud that I'm going to be giving this presentation in her hometown.
I
So
know that is so cool. Um, because it is Lost is Legends of Superior Trails. There's 11.65 mile system of hiking trails there. One of them goes to um, Apache Tears area where you can get Apache Tears. And that's a great place to go right after a rain. Because if people don't know what Apache Tears are, they're almost translucent, kind of not copperish, but a warm brown, translucent stone. However, those stones are covered in perlite. Perlite is a type of salt, and it really helps your garden too. Perlite does great with gardens. Um, but getting those Apache tears, I mean, it was great time to walk there and get some. Yeah, you don't want to take a whole lot, but like I said, if you go after a rain, you can find them almost anywhere. You don't have to go to the mines to do it. It's it's great. But when when fall comes and your friend wants to do a walk, I'm thinking that Superior Trails will be so much more of an adventure for you than the trails you're used to. I love going there. It can be very wild. It can rain. I wouldn't say at a drop of a hat, but you can see the clouds coming in, of course. You know Arizona well enough. But when there are clouds, there's a lot of places you don't want to walk over there. Unlike the superstitions, the base of superstitions, it's saying, um, the flooded area, it can flood. I've never had a problem walking, well, more on the usually pass trails
mm,
or the Haws trails. There's so many trails around here. There's so many places to hike.
Yeah, and I forget the names of half of them. I just know points. I'm like, okay, I've climbed that one and that one, and then the usury is one of the ones that over at Desert Botanical Garden we've gone to collect quite a bit of seeds there as well.
Oh,
So yeah, usury. But I would love to hike the trails in Superior. I think it's always a few degrees cooler than here in the Mesa area, right?
yeah.
Tucson. I would love to. I haven't had a chance to hike, over in Tucson, so that's another goal. I can't wait for the weather to get a bit cooler. Put on my hiking boots and a hoodie and just be backpack and be on my way. I'm so excited for that. So yes,
Yes.
I hope to be able to take people out there and teach them also about the plants that are growing all around us there. So yeah, just
And foraging seeds, especially those that are protected, to know that we can um, maintain or improve the number of plants, get them in the right location so they can thrive. So that to me, I mean, I have gathered a lot of seeds, but um, not specifically going out looking for them. So I definitely would love to do that too, besides finding the medicinal plants and learning how to utilize them properly. So that would be
it's
fun.
it's
So whenever
fun,
you're ready.
very grounding to do that. Just being out there in the sun and appreciating the tree and or plant or bush and just bringing that back. And I did learn something over at Boyce Thompson is that usually um, it's like with the food forest that we're building.
Mhm.
Um, I've learned that, since our water tables are all different here and, different parts of Phoenix, it's always good to get seeds that are no more than a couple of miles away from where you're going to plant them.
Oh,
Like, let's say I were to go to Tucson and bring seeds from there, that wouldn't be as great of an idea than to get them a couple miles away from where that food forest is going to be. So, I never knew that before.
well, you mentioned taking them to a lab and also utilizing them there.
Yes.
So do you learn from what you're creating in the lab or what you're planning in the lab too?
Yes, just because there's going to be the same. I mean, the seeds could look identical, but it just some don't, germinate, and some do, and it just, that's how you learn, and okay, well, I'm going to go to this area because this is what works for us, and there's certain it's all just a learning thing, and being in the lab and being able to work and see these plants that that you went to harvest and they're growing and they're beautiful and they're amazing. And it's so beautiful to see, just being in touch with that. But yeah, I would love to perhaps work at the lab over at Boyce Thompson one day. It's just a beautiful garden. I just love being there, and I could live there if I was able to. Yeah, so yeah, that's my new fun place. I'm so glad that I'm still here in the East Mesa area where all these locations are still like nearby. Apache Junction, I have a lot of friends there, and like I said, Superior. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make that one of the new places to visit quite often. I think it's beautiful out there. Small town.
Yeah.
Were you able to make it
Yes.
out yet? Did you?
No, I didn't make it out yesterday. I got it caught up in other things. Um, I definitely want to make it out by tomorrow so that I can take a little bit of video before and then after,
Oh,
because I think that would be very helpful to show people. I don't know where the parking is going to be. I know it's the main street stuff. So I kind of like to know ahead of time. I always like to do trial runs before I commit to anything. I mean, I've been there many times, driven up and down Main Street. Haven't gotten out and tried the food. I definitely want to do that. I'm looking forward to that. But most of the time that I'm there, I'm hiking those trails. So,
we'll
which
have to.
is, Yeah, which is right past Boyce Thompson. I mean, some of that area runs into Boyce Thompson area. So
Yeah. I think it's about 5 minutes. Superior, like maybe 5 miles. Is it 5 miles from Boyce Thompson? It's very,
probably.
yeah, it's pretty close. The food forest is right, I would say, west of Boyce Thompson. It's a beautiful site.
Okay.
I'm also going to have some information, some flyers on the food forest at my table, and the group is going to be there helping as well. So um, anyone wants to join and be a volunteer to help with the food forest, I mean, anyone is welcome. We'll have all that information there at my vendor booth, along with these desert-inspired products. So
Yes.
if
Yes.
anybody
Are
wants
they
to,
bringing any on their own? Of their own?
no, not just yet. We're still trying to get one of the biggest, I wouldn't say issues, but one of the biggest uh, things that we have to do is to get water out to the food forest. And so
Oh,
we're,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Once there's water out there, and we're all working on that now. Making a bunch of phone calls, seeing who's going to go out there and put those water lines there for us. But that's once we do that, it's going to be amazing. So that's I know that they've been working on the food forest for a couple of years now. I've only been a part of it for maybe the last 5 months. Um, but I'm really excited about that too, just to be around there and we'll be able to harvest that plant medicine, and I could bring back and make it into products, you know. So it's all going to be this amazing thing. So anyone wants to come visit my vendor table on Saturday, I would appreciate it. And they could just learn so much from being there this weekend. I think they get a lot of people that come from out of state as well to the festival. So I'm looking forward to meeting people and just spreading the word, spreading the love.
Yeah. And I know that I've been seeing a lot of rain clouds out that direction. So hopefully they've gotten a lot of water in that area. Have you noticed in the food forest area has there been more water, more
Um,
rain, and
no, but I know that they get more water than we do. You
yeah,
know, we planted out some mesquite trees that we've checked on, and they're still doing well. And you know, since there's no water out there, I know that some of the people in the group have taken, gallons of water out there, like, at a time. But it's just so much that we
yeah,
do depend on our rain for that. But yeah, they do get more water than we do, um,
yeah.
but still not enough.
Right. Well, once the moringa gets started, because I know you got mesquite going. Once the moringa gets started too, then they should be able to adapt well, acclimated to the area, and do much better. But it's getting them started. That's the difficult part. As I've watched the moringa plant, it's like, oh, what do I do? It's okay. It's okay. Just take off the yellows. So
Yes, off the yellows and don't worry. I'm gonna have a few. I'll have a few that I started moringa plants there too. So in my class, I'm thinking of something fun to do if someone wants to ask a question or take a picture with, or whatever it is that they want to do. Then I can give them a free moringa tree. I don't have too many, but I do have some to share. So anyone wants to come
yeah,
visit and take home a tree, and then they could keep in touch with me and just take a picture like you did. Take a photo and show me how it's doing, and I'll be able to let you know. And if you're nearby, I can visit. Make a house call for the moringa plant.
yes, and to know that you will be offering services, hopefully, as far as taking care of those, besides taking the pictures and all that. But I was just so happy that it's growing, that it's finally. But you're right. Once you put it in the ground, it likes the ground much better than those plastic tubs. Say,
It does. Yeah. Did you I don't remember. Did you grow it? Was it by seed or in that black tall pot?
No, the black one didn't work well. I grew a few, but it didn't seem like the dirt was packed enough
Okay.
because I'd water it and then they'd go on their side. So it just, yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't that. And the rain would come. So I haven't used that anymore. I planted, I think, total of 4 seeds in that one. And they started looking great. And then rain and, yeah, just destroyed them. So it was in the plastic tub and it was from your class, and it went through so much. And so once I got it out, it it says, okay, you finally got me out of that hot coffin because
Yeah.
class gets very hot around here, people.
Yes.
So once I got it out of there, it's very happy, and I built a mound for it to be on, and so it's like its own. It's the king of the queen, I should say, goddess of that mound there, and does a great job. I did plant some basil plants around it, far enough away, but they didn't like the heat, and so I'm waiting for it to get a little taller to
Mhm.
plant more at the base because, as you know, I've been exploring what goes with moringa and what can I plant around it.
And that's good. You can plant around it because of the root system goes so deep, it's not going to actually intertwine with the other. I have to mention the lady, one of the friends that was there at that same moringa class. She lives in Avondale, and her moringa trees. She planted a couple out of the seeds that I gave her too, and her trees are about 3 to 4 feet tall as well. So she's been
Okay.
sending me pictures of her trees, and she's so excited. And she's been actually, I'll share them with you because it's just so beautiful. These images of these dragonflies, these huge,
Oh,
large dragonflies. She has a pretty big property, but they've been landing on the moringa. She's like, they don't go on any other tree but the moringa tree. And it's just so
wow.
beautiful, these huge dragonflies. And I know they have a spiritual meaning behind them. I don't know what just yet, but they're amazing and they're beautiful. And they're attracted to the moringa. And moringa trees are great for our pollinators. You know, I
Mhm.
get a lot of monarchs and a lot of praying mantises on the trees. So yeah, moringa is amazing. The flower attracts a lot of bees, all kinds of insects, ladybugs.
Yes, my mother was a master gardener in Texas. Reason I'm mentioning it is she learned to dislike praying mantises only because they would consume hummingbirds.
Really?
That small stick
What?
can a whole hummingbird, and I'm
Oh,
not talking babies, a whole hummingbird. I've
wow.
seen pictures of that, and my mom says, "No, I don't want any praying mantises around. They'll attack my hummingbirds."
Oh,
Hummingbirds are important, people. Just saying.
yes, they are. I think they all are.
Yes. So be careful. I had one that almost came in my house, and I think it was eucalyptus essential oil. They said to put the essential oil around the area you don't want them to enter, and I did that, and it disappeared. So it did not get in the house, which I'm very happy about. It might have been nice to have a praying mantis in the house, but I didn't want to have to clean up a dead body of a praying mantis because I have nothing in the house for it to enjoy. So putting that around it, I mean, this thing was huge. It was huge. I haven't seen that big of one ever that I remember. But there are ways to keep them out, and I'm finding ways to keep um, spiders out too. So
The praying mantises will take care of the spiders for you.
Yes, I wish. Um,
Or
but I'd rather them take care of spiders than kill hummingbirds. That's just me.
true.
Well, our time is up, but thank you so much for coming in. And I want to put that poster up real quick here. And this is, here it is.
Yes.
This is the one for you. Speaking at 10 a.m. Topic: Moringa in the Sonoran Desert. Okay. And it can live here, and it does very well here. So a lot of people say, oh, you can't grow it here.
Oh, the Moringas love the warmer climate, so Arizona is perfect for the Moringa trees. So that's what we're going to do is teach how to grow, harvest, and use it here in our desert. So thank you so much, Julie. It's always
and
fun.
hope. Sorry, didn't mean to.
But
Any last things for the people who are watching?
no, just I'm so grateful for all the wonderful comments here in the chat. Just so many good people, and I love that people are. I love to be here every Wednesday or at least listen to what you have going on, and so I'm so grateful to be a part of it. And so I'm sure we'll have more interviews in the future. And I think it's a big difference from the first one that I did months ago. But just as we grow, like I'm growing, everyone else is growing as well, and we're able to share. And just if I'm able to communicate with people through plants, well, then that's my mission. That's my why. Just to get people reconnected with the earth. And so I'm just so grateful for all this. And for you, thank you so much.
And it's been so great to have met you and work with you. I want to also remind people that you know me. If there is a Wi-Fi connection, and I happen to have my laptop with me, there might be a recording at 10 a.m. Superior, Arizona time. So you never know. So keep an eye out for Rose to go live at the Prickly Pear Festival. And hold on just a minute. Thank you guys for coming in. We do appreciate you and the feedback, the chats. Thank you. And let me get out of here. A good one. See you Friday.